Looks like, yep, I am in and you guys can see me, and we have some people coming in to the door right now. So again, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you here, and this is going to be a fun event. This is actually going to be well, it's for our LaunchStream members. This is actually an orientation meeting, but at the same time, I wanted to invite a lot of people in so they could get familiar with what we're going to be talking about and what LaunchStream is. So again, if you are coming into the room right now, go ahead and start putting your saying hello. Let me know that you are here. You can hear us okay, and we'll be good to rock and roll. So again, as I said, yeah, put in the chat box. Let me know if you're here, and we'll push on here. So let me go and check to see if we have any questions before we really begin. Looks like everybody is now rushing in. It looks good. I see a lot of people coming through the door right now. This is perfect. New window. Let me just take a look at some questions or what you might be saying. Okay, Rich is here. Hey, Rich, how are you? Deborah, Ann. I'm kind of doing a couple different things. I'm looking over here at this screen because I'm testing out your questions as they come through. So yes, you guys can hear me. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Well, welcome to those people that are enrolled in LaunchStream, and welcome to those who are just coming to learn a bit more about what LaunchStream is and about the 4 steps to the event launch blueprint. That's really what we're going to be talking about today. These 4 steps have been essentially the key components to how I've been able to quadruple my promotional sales when I'm doing online events. And this is what I'm going to teach you. Here's the thing. I've been teaching this throughout for the last probably 2 weeks. But if you haven't seen it all, then this is going to be a powerful session for you and an opportunity by the end of this to join me this coming week as we start our LaunchStream coaching program. High five. So it's going to be really exciting. We're going to be doing a lot of good stuff, group coaching that starts this coming week. We'll be working one-on-one, putting you in hot seats and making you pretty much an event launch blueprint expert. So you're going to understand how to do the same thing I do and my clients do with webinars, to not only just do that one live event, which is great, but how do you make money from the other stuff? A lot of people don't do this, and that's what I'm here to teach you. And of course, in this coaching program, that's what we're going to learn. So, oh, good. We have a lot more people coming through. Whoa. Okay. Max and Megan and Lena and Craig and Tara and Lords and Laura and Tony and Michael and Cher. I feel like singing a song every time I do that. Of course, it sounds somewhat like a Christmas song, right? There'll be Cher and Michael and Tony and Laura. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm getting really dorky. I apologize. So glad more of you are coming in the door right now. The plan of today is to go into my presentation. I'm going to go into my keynote presentation. We're going to do some teaching. Okay, so I'm going to you don't have to look at this guy anymore. Okay, we're going to go in and I'm going to share with you some other stuff. Helen or Helena from Australia, welcome. Craig. Oh, good, Craig. It sounds echoey. Well, it could be because I'm in a really super echoey room. Here's the problem, Craig. I don't have any carpet in this place. Isn't that really sad? I should probably have a carpet. I had a chaise lounge in here, but I took it out. So that's probably why it's a bit echoey. I hope it's okay. Hope it's not too bad for you. Tammy from Philadelphia, awesome. Super excited about today, Cher says. She's brand new to EW. Well, welcome. So this is essentially for those of you who, let me just see, Megan is also having a question here. Oh, she's out of town for 2 weeks. She was hoping that the LaunchStream would be offered again. Well, this is live. It's a live training. That's the thing about LaunchStream, is that yes, we do have archive sessions that if you buy it, you go in, you can look at, and I'll come on to this, but you can look at over 32 hours of previous LaunchStream training on how to do this stuff yourself. But the whole point of LaunchStream is that it's a live training session, and we pick a month and we knock it out. Now, if you can't make all the sessions, everything is archived. So even if you can't make the live sessions, it's okay. Everything is completely archived, and you still can gain quite a bit. But the nice thing about the live sessions is that we will literally hold your hand. You have any Q&A questions that you want, we'll get it done, and we'll put you in hot seats, and we'll be working with you personally. So for those who are members and for those who are not members, below me in this video, you should see a download document, or it says click here. It should be the orientation document. It'll tell you the things that I need from you for this next 4 weeks. It'll tell you also the dates as well. And so I'm going to come on to that. I'm also going to go in and start this presentation. And I do see that, you know, we have some see more questions as they're coming through. But you know, what I want you to do is obviously ask questions below, and then I'm going to go through my training, and then after that, we're going to switch on over, and I'm going to continue to answer your questions. I hope that's okay. Okay. Yeah, and just so you're aware, Laura, the chat box is the question box. Okay, I've decided to use our default box today. So all you have to do is put your message in that box below, and I can get everything coming. Okay, all right. Just so you're aware, that's what Easy Webinar has. We have all sorts of different types of boxes that you can use if you wanted to. All right. So let me teach you right now today. This is free, by the way. What I'm teaching you right now is free. This comes with obviously Easy Webinar, but to be able to access the coaching is not free. You have to pay for it. It's a group coaching where we take you by the hand for the next 4 weeks. So without further ado, let me share my screen and go into the presentation. And again, if you have any questions, start asking. And then what I'll do is I'll come in at the very end and start answering some of your questions, okay? Ralph and Sebastian and Eric, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Ralph Harris from Coeur d'Alene, where is that? In Palm Springs, California. Why don't I know where that is? And listening on your laptop. Excellent, Ralph. Glad you're here. All right, well, let me go in and now share my presentation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one of the cool things you can do with Easy Webinar. I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and I am going to also now play this presentation. So do you see right now the 4 steps to launching any product with events and webinars, and how to build how to build and profit from a complete event launch blueprint for launching your product and services, no matter how small of a community you have? You should see that right now in front of you. Do you see that in front of you? Just let me know. Go ahead and put that in the chat box if you do. Hopefully you do. All right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Looks like you do. Excellent. Let me just make sure the volume is up, and let's continue on. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about today. And you know what we're really going to be focusing on is no matter how small of a community you have, how many people you can get to your live events, or how many technical screw-ups arise, you can still profit 4 times more than your typical event launch promotion using what I'm going to share with you. Okay? All right, let's continue on. This system combines the use of both a live event, but also automated events in your event launch plan. Okay? Now, what is an event launch plan? When do you use an event launch plan? Let's maybe cover that for a quick second. Well, listen, it's really for promoting and launching any product, okay? If you're launching a product, you can use events to actually do way better than just simply creating a sales page or sales video, or even the traditional product launch blueprint that you might be familiar with, okay? So promotions such as these. Now, this is when you could use and would use events in your promotion. So maybe a book launch, okay? If you're launching anything like a book, maybe you're an author, well, you could use events to launch your book and get people to buy it and get on the bestseller list, and actually then push people into a back-end coaching program. Maybe a new software launch. We are a perfect example of this. We used online events for our software, of course, so we practice what we preach. What about a new digital course or membership program? Yeah, this is what you can use the event launch blueprint for. This is what you can use Easy Webinar for. Oh, what about this one? a new coaching program or training. This one I really like because here's the thing. A lot of you might not even have any online products, but you might be coaches and consultants. And if that is the case, then you can take advantage of using Easy Webinar also not only as a promotion tool, but as a tool for doing what? Go ahead and put in the chat box if you know what I'm talking about. For what? Go ahead and put it in the chat box if you know what I'm talking about. That's right. It is for coaching. You can actually use it as for say a boot camp training where you sell a product beforehand and then you teach that product over, say, the next month. And LaunchStream is a really good example of that. You see, LaunchStream, yes, it's a membership program with over 32 hours of awesome training and bonus training and all sorts of good stuff. But before it ever was, I sold it. I pre-sold it and then taught it after. So I sold it for X amount of dollars, and then after that, after selling it, I then did the course. I did it as a coaching program. So just realize that you can use this also as a coaching program. That's when you could use events and webinars. How to and to whom? Well, you can also use this, this four type of blueprint, four type of events for, say, JV partners. If you want to do an event promotion to promote somebody else or they promote you, you can find joint venture partners, okay? You can find them in Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups. Find people that are in a vertical niche as you. This is an opportunity to have your product or service feed the need of the existing communities who aren't being fed. A lot of places you can look are on, say, Facebook to find joint venture partners. LinkedIn, just go where your community might be, okay? Just start thinking about that. Where are your people at, okay? Another one is your existing list. Now, some of you may not have an existing list, but some of you may. Even small lists, they still work. Maybe you're already a part of a community where you've started to collect targeted leads based on your product and services into your own autoresponder. Well, if that is the case, you can take those people that are in your own autoresponder and filter them through into the 4-step program, into a live event, and then moving down the line. Okay, you guys with me so far? You still with me? Any questions? Go ahead and put in the chat box. Yeah, questions still? Go ahead and put in the chat box. Okay, when is another one? Well, I use these four steps to the event launch blueprint, which we're going to talk about today, when using automated traffic to send people into a promotion like this, okay, into the 4 types of events. So I create automated traffic via Facebook or let's say Google ads. They're great for finding targeted leads. And you can use these ad platforms to send targeted traffic to your event registration pages and start collecting qualified leads that can go through the event launch blueprint, okay? Does this make sense so far? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Go ahead and put in the chat box if this makes sense, if you guys are getting everything, okay? All right, I do see a lot of questions, a lot of comments and questions and still coming through. Great, Angela said bootcamp training from the earlier question that I asked. Great, awesome. Yes, you guys are doing great. Angela, Gary, Ken, Helena, Ralph, Sebastian, wonderful. You guys are great. If you are not commenting, please go ahead and comment. You're here on the page. I know that there are quite a few of you on the page. Go ahead and comment, just say hi, and start interacting with us. We'd love to have you. Even if you're on your iPhone, you should still be able to comment. Go ahead and comment on your iPhone as well. Okay. So without further ado, what is this event launch blueprint that I'm talking about, this said event launch blueprint? Well, I will tell you what it is, but let's more importantly talk about what it does. So the event launch blueprint will double, it will triple, and it will literally quadruple your event launch sales, okay? No matter how small of a community you have, okay? It doesn't matter if your list is gigantic or teeny tiny, you'll still be able to qualify. Now, I'm going to share with you proof of this as we can continue to push on. And here's the thing. Most people do one out of these 4 crucial steps, and it's literally like me leaving money right on the table, okay? You don't want to do that. and I'm going to teach you exactly right now, today, you're going to learn what they are so you can even apply them. If you don't join my coaching program, you're going to at least understand the steps. Now, you're not going to maybe know how to get really down and dirty with these steps and how to kind of do some of the cool strategy. I just made that word up. But you will understand what they are, and you'll start to see like an aha moment. The light bulbs will start going off in your brain. Okay. Sorry, I just ate some peanut butter. So I'm really like froggy right now. Okay, so what is it? What is the event launch blueprint? Well, the 4 types of events when using events to do a promotion or launch are these. You start with a live event. And you guys might know this if you've watched any of my training, right? And you make a certain amount of sales. And that live event is specific on a specific day, okay? All right? After that, though, you then run a rebroadcast of that same event. And that will double, normally speaking, and of course, I don't know you or your business, and I'm only speaking about my results and my clients' results, but normally speaking, you can double your sales through the rebroadcast by promoting it the next day as a rebroadcast, okay? Or even that evening, and just be there in the chat to man the chat, okay? Okay, now, that's not where you stop. You don't stop there. Then you set up a limited time replay of that event. And you can generally, by doing the system that I teach, triple your sales, generally speaking, triple your sales by offering up the replay that has bonuses that are timed over a certain period of time, okay? Now, many people only do 1 or 2 of these steps. And do you guys know which 1 or 2 of these steps most people do? Put in the chat box if you know the 1 or 2 steps that most people do. What is the 1 or 2 steps that most people do? Put that in the chat box below. Okay? Yeah. Put it in the chat box. What is the 1 or 2 things most people do? That's right. Most people do a live event and a replay, but they don't do the rebroadcast. They also don't do the last step, which is an automated evergreen video event. Most people don't even consider doing that. Now, you are all ahead of the curve. Why? Because you own a software that does exactly this, okay? You are owning a software that does automated events. We have been in the market for 3 years and we know how to do this stuff, okay? We've been tested and proven, and you can stream us in any time zone, anywhere in the world, and stream in real time. That is the power of Easy Webinar, not just the live aspect that you guys are experiencing here, but really more so the ability to repurpose the content over and over again. That's really what it's about, because that's what creates a longevity in your business. That's what creates scalability and longevity, right? Well, once you understand the evergreen or automated video event concept, right? The automated webinar, now you are making recurring income. And that's generally speaking when the live event is over, and now you are turning it into streaming out in your attendees time zone in real time. And yes, you're now making sales while sleeping, or while skydiving over the Galapagos Islands, as I sometimes say, or while surfing the Barrier Reef, or while taking your kids to Disneyland for a holiday, if that's where you want to go. I've personally been there way too many times. I'm Disneyland out. But hey, if that's something you want to do, feel free to do something like that. That's the whole point of this, okay? And again, to look at it from kind of the 60,000-foot view, you do a live event, okay? This is just to recap. You do the live event, boom, you make sales. You run the rebroadcast, boom, boom, you make double sales. You take that through a timed replay, boom, boom, boom. You make another, I generally make on the timed replay the same amount that I made from the live event and rebroadcast put together, okay? And then finally, you making automated recurring income through the automated webinar. Now, the cool thing about this is that all this is one event. Now, many of you guys might look at it and say, well, wait, gosh, there's so many different types of events and some stuff, yada, yada, yada. Well, here's the thing. All of this, not one event. Let me rephrase that. All of this is one webinar, or one event that you repurpose to run over and over again as many different things, okay? Does this make sense? Does this make sense to you? Just let me know. Put it in the chat box. Yes, Casey, this makes sense, or no, Casey, my brain is mush. I don't quite get it. This doesn't make any sense at all. Let me know, okay? Yes, yes, let me know, let me know, let me know. Okay, guys, yeah. Tammy is saying, where do we put our questions? You see the question box below this video. There's a question box. Scroll down, you'll see a question box, and you can put your questions there, and I see them, okay? So I can see that Tammy wrote, post replay forever. Yes, it sounds like you. Yeah, yes, exactly. You can post the replay forever. That's the brilliance of an automated webinar. Right, and Gene is saying 1 or 2 is normally the live event or the replay. That's right. Now this all looks pretty simple, right? The 4 steps of the event launch blueprint, this looks pretty simple on paper, doesn't it? Well, then why don't more people do all these steps? Well, here's why. You see, in the past, to do a complete event launch funnel, you would need literally 3 to 4 different types of software plus an AV guy helping along. Well, first off, not all of us have the resources capable of finding the right AV person, let alone have the money to pay them continuously for the services rendered. And it gets way too confusing. Sorry, I got a little Kermit the Frog there. Way too confusing and frustrating when it comes to just how many pieces of software we need to make all the bells and whistles work. But again, it surprises me that that people aren't 100% more familiar with the event launch funnel in the first place. Because here's the thing about it. Here's the reason. Well, here's the reason as to why you don't know about this. Because those who've been using online events in their business really didn't want this secret system to get out. Because it's literally the golden ticket to profiting online. So it's not your fault if you didn't know about it, because it is one of the best kept secrets in the webinar marketing world. But the funny part of this is that, you know, I did get privy, I was privy to this information because I was, you know, kind of getting together with other people that were doing webinar marketing, and I learned about what they were doing. And this is what they were doing. And this is what I started doing too. You see, I started using GoToWebinar to do all this stuff. So I started with doing my live events with GoToWebinar. Then I broadcast, do a rebroadcast, or what they call encore event with GoToWebinar again. But then I'd have to take that event and put it into a third-party page builder like OptimizePress or Lead Pages, so for the replay. And then I'd have to go and finally put it into a final software that did the evergreen events and all this stuff. Here's the deal. All this stuff, 4 different types of software, costing a lot of money. And I didn't get the income margins I needed because I was paying way too much for all these things put together. This was costing me thousands of dollars. And here's the thing. If you're selling a $1,000 product, you know, you have to make money. It's not good. And I always would suggest to you, all of you, if you are not selling a product or course that's $297 or more, then you need to rethink what you're doing, okay? Rethink what you're doing. I would always suggest, if you're selling on live events, sell products that are $297 or more. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not. Okay, now, not only was I spending a lot, but I also had to get through some big hurdles because it took 4 to 5 different pieces of software, right? Well, that is, of course, until one day we were brainstorming a better way. I was talking to some smart engineers, and after 3 years, hundreds of thousands of dollars of development, we came up with, drum roll please, Easy Webinar. And you are all here because you guys are Easy Webinar customers. You figured this out. You guys gained this knowledge. You understand how this works, right? So, you know, Easy Webinar is an all-in-one webinar event suite that does both what we're seeing now, which is live, but also automated events, but everything in between, okay? From the rebroadcast to the replay to the automated evergreen video event, okay? And this is what I learn, and this is what I have I've figured out that this is my goal is to teach this stuff. I want you to get really crystal clear on how to do this, okay? Now, when I first started teaching this, I knew it was something special because Easy Webinar could do it all. So I started teaching it, and you know, right away I had some great customers come through, and I got huge results from them. And you know, when I first started out, I was worried that it really wouldn't work for people. Well, after the first session, I had rave reviews, and I started getting people that shared their stories about how it was helping. And I'm going to share one of them as we get closer to the end here. One of our customers who have come through and started using this type of system, and it's doing quite well. So let me just take a sip of water here. So this is exactly what LaunchStream teaches, okay? And LaunchStream, if you're just getting here just now, is my 4-week live mastermind coaching program. This is group coaching and one-on-one coaching combined, because we put you in hot seats and you get to talk to me personally, and we get to look at your stuff, okay? And if you're now just getting here and you are already enrolled, well, first off, welcome to the orientation, because you as a LaunchStream member, you are going to be able to benefit from everything we're teaching here today, and you're going to be benefiting from all the cool stuff of being able to connect with other like-minded individuals, as well as be on the live calls to really just hone in on these skills. So let me repeat, just so you're aware, the terminology, so you understand a bit more about what LaunchStream is and how it relates to what I've been talking about. Because you guys see Easy Webinar, you see LaunchStream, you might be confused. So let me just explain this. All right, the event life cycle is this. It is the event promotion cycle. That means what you should do when using events to promote your product and services. I call this an event life cycle. Sometimes people do one event and that ends the cycle. But for me personally, I see a cycle that's much longer, okay? It's usually for much longer, like you're talking about 4 to 5 days. Okay, so what is the event launch blueprint? Well, this is what I just shared with you, those 4 different types of events that make up an event life cycle, okay? The live event, the rebroadcast, the timed replay, and the automated webinar. That's the event launch blueprint, a blueprint that I put together. What is LaunchStream? LaunchStream is the training. It is the name of the coaching and training that teaches this system, okay? And of course, what is Easy Webinar? Easy Webinar is the tool that can do all 4 different types of events. I hope that clarifies things. I hope you guys are crystal on that. All right, now for those who are members, this is what I need from you, from LaunchStream members. Because we're going to get down and dirty, and not in a gross way, I am going to need your event funnel links. Okay, now if you've ever built out an event funnel link, let's say a webinar. Now that's just a fancy way of saying webinar funnel. That literally means if you started something with Easy Webinar or something else, even with a different software, I want to see it. Even if it's bare, even if it's like bare bones, you don't have anything on there, it's embarrassing, I still want any links you have to it. Okay, now also, I would like your promo video. So this means that if you are, say, using a video on, say, your registration page, promoting your events, I'd like to see that. Not to say you would have that. In fact, you probably don't have it. But if you do, I would like to see it, okay? I would like to see it if you have it, all right? You don't have to have it. If you have it, I'd love to see it. All right, also, your event video. This is more important. The video of maybe a replay of an event you did, a replay of a presentation you did, okay? Your webinar, essentially. I'd love to see that. If you have one, don't worry if you don't have one, because we cover that. That's one of the main topics that we cover, what your, webinar presentation should have. That is something we will cover, and I will ask that I look at maybe an idea or blueprint or outline you have, just so I can start tweaking and test and taking a look at it, and the rest of our group can take a look at it as well. But if you don't have it, it's okay. But I would like to have it if you do have it. Also, I would like to know what your business is, okay? This is a very simple question. You tell me what your business is. And when you're focusing on your business, I want you to start thinking about, this is what I want you to start thinking about, because this is what LaunchStream is really, truly about. It's about tapping into what your goal and what your story is, okay? Now, I'm gonna not only be teaching you, boom, the 4 different types of events, but we're gonna tackle and jump into figuring out how to make your presentation perfect in terms of, are you telling enough about yourself in your presentation? Where is your pitch coming into play? How much are you selling your product for? All these elements we are going to tackle because this is the stuff you need to figure out, okay? That's what the group is for, okay? Does this make sense? For those who are already members, you guys should be just loving this because this is finally going to clear up any confusion you have. And by the way, these sessions are, as I said, live sessions. And even if you can't make them, it's totally fine. But these sessions are an opportunity for you to talk to other people, communicate. You're going to be brought into our Facebook group where you can talk to other LaunchStream members, first off, who have already gone through LaunchStream. So they'll be able to help you with any questions you may have about how long should my webinar be, or how, what price point should I have this sold at? When should I do my pitch? Well, I also, of course, teach all that stuff and give you all that in a PDF and outline form, but we also can talk to our people as well, right? Okay, cool. I see a lot more people having questions. Gemma is asking questions. Gary, Deborah, Dominique, Amanda, Jean-Luc is asking questions. So just keep them coming, everybody, and we'll be answering them very, very soon. So what is your story? Your name. What is your name? My name is Casey. I do what I do because I wanted to figure out how to use the best forms of engagement to attract an audience. And that's why I teach what I teach, and that's why I sell a product that does exactly that, Easy Webinar. Okay, now this is what I also want you to think of. Who do you attract already? All right, now here's probably your question is, how do I find that out? Well, do you have an existing customer base? Maybe you have a subscriber list. Or do you have people on Facebook that really resonate with you and are part of your community, okay? Just like Kimmer Luna, guys, if you know Kimmer, she has her own group. This is a great way to test out who my audience is. Find out who they are, what their business is in your Facebook group. Now, if you don't have that, again, talk to people that are your friends and see if they're connecting with you because of maybe a business that you're putting together. Who posts on your social media? And also, have you voiced your hopes and dreams, and do they resonate with certain people, and who are those people, and what do they do? Okay, that's how you can kind of figure out who do you attract, right? And the biggest thing I can say to you is this. I want you to start thinking about I want you to start thinking about, instead of having this mindset of, who's my ideal customer avatar? Well, I want you to start thinking about, what would I like to learn, okay? As someone who has struggled with X, Y, and Z, and now I know X, Y, and Z, what did I need at that time? Because you are the perfect example of your customer avatar, okay? So when people tell you, oh, come up with a customer avatar, it just, a lot of times, you're spinning your wheels trying to figure out who my ideal customer is. Well, guess what? It's you, all right? You're your ideal customer. That's the same with me. I was trying to figure out how to do this stuff, how to find, get one system, one platform that would do it all. And that's when Easy Webinar came around. And then finally, I needed a program that kind of put me on the right path of teaching this stuff. And Easy Webinar is the tool, but how do you teach this stuff? How do you teach this the strategy? Where do you get that? Well, that's when I put the program together, because I've, after learning this stuff myself, that's when the program was born. Okay, so LS, Launch Streamers, here is the course sessions, okay? Now, we're going to start next week. Next week is going to start, February 9th is going to be our first session all about live, and I'll come on to what we're specifically teaching. But first session is Monday. Second session is Friday, okay? We're pretty much going to do Monday and Friday across the board, except that last week, we're going to do Friday and then a following Friday. So you get 1 week off away from me on that final week. But each week, we're going to do a course session, and then that course session is going to be followed by a Q&A session. All right, and we're going to be covering each week the different event types. So week 1 is going to be live events. Week 2 is going to be rebroadcast. Week 3 is going to be replay, and then finally week 4 is going to be evergreen events. Okay, so I will jump in and tell more about that. Okay, so every part of these sessions are going to be in LaunchStream. They're going to be archived right up into LaunchStream, all right? But at the same time, you'll be able to join me in the live session and live room with me. Okay, so I'm really excited to work with you guys. I'm really excited to work with those who are new LaunchStream members. This is going to be uber exciting. And you know, if you have a question on, you know, what do you mainly get from LaunchStream? Well, do you guys know what you mainly get? I already mentioned this, but essentially it's accountability. Because you first off, you have to understand how this works in your own business, but then you need people that will keep you accountable as you build it out. Okay, build out your funnels. All right, that's the whole point of this course, is that we, you know, are kind of holding you to the flame, so to speak, right? And you know, I never did well in business until I went through a coaching program. A coaching program just made sure that I was successful. It taught me the things that I needed, and I had questions on certain things about, you know, specifically maybe about autoresponders or just things that I just didn't quite get. They were able to help me with those. Okay, and we are going to, of course, keep you accountable to create your own full event funnels using all these steps. And we're going to help you with trying to find the people that will help you promote. So joint venture partners, we're going to help you find those people. Going into LinkedIn and Facebook and various places to find other people as well. Okay? Okay. Now, the cool thing about LaunchStream, and again, keep asking your questions. Go ahead, put your question in the chat box. Okay? The cool thing about LaunchStream is this. If you've ever used the traditional method of launching a product, okay, and you probably saw this, if you guys saw some of Easy Webinar's pre-launch videos, you saw that I did the traditional type of promotion, like the Jeff Walker, the Jeff Walker launch blueprint style, right? Where I essentially had 4 videos, right? My four videos, that kind of taught about what I wanted to teach, and then finally the cart opens, right? Well, this doesn't have to necessarily. The nice thing about this is that you can do this along with the event launch blueprint, and here's the thing: you can either use it in place of it or alongside it. Now, with Easy Webinars 4.0 launch, I used it with it, and in fact, I can say this with assurity, I can be assured saying this, that that I feel that my live sessions did better than my live events, my events that I did, because I not only did my events, but I set up a live event, I did rebroadcast, I did some replays, and I also did my evergreen stuff. That profited more than my pre-launch videos, okay? But if you want to do it with the traditional method, you can. But it can take the place of it as well. Now, some of you might be saying, let's switch gears for a minute and go ahead and put the chat box. Are you guys with me still? Go ahead and put in the chat box if you're still with me. I see we don't have a lot of questions coming through, so you might be just into the actual presentation itself, which is awesome. But go ahead and put in the chat box if you guys are still with me. It's below. It's not a chat box. It's a question box. You can just put your name. It already should have your name and email populated in there. You just put your question. You don't have to put your name and email in again. Just takes your question, okay? So go ahead and put that below. Live. Gemma, Gary, awesome. You guys, this is live. So go ahead and put your information below. Okay. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Casey, this is great, but what if I don't have a product? What about promoting other people's products? Okay, here's the thing. Yes, you need to be able to promote something. It has to be something, even if it's not your own product. It could be somebody else's product. Well, the answer is absolutely. You can use the same system for promoting other people's products. And in fact, I do this every single month for other people. Okay, and other people sometimes do it for me, but they don't quite know all 4 steps. All right, we have Michael still with me, Gemma and Deborah. Wonderful. I use this in my promotion of Traffic-Geyser 2.0. If you guys know what Traffic-Geyser 2.0, it's Mike Koenig's traffic product. It's a software that syndicates content, right? And I came in and did an event with him that used this concept. I first started with a live event. Then I went in and did a rebroadcast, went in and did a timed replay, finally put it into an evergreen system, right? With one click of the button. And this funnel that I created, this simple stuff, I just created it with using Easy Webinar. This funnel surprised my competitors hugely, and also Mike Koenigs, the owner of it, and his partner, Ed Rush. In fact, Ed's email to me, as soon as that promotion was over, he said, "Hey, Casey, it's Ed Rush. I assume you remember me, but if not, I was the one who ran Mike Koenig's Traffic Geyser launch last month. I'm reaching out because, frankly, I was really impressed and maybe even surprised by your performance in Traffic Geyser 2.0. And since I'm working on another launch, I figure I'd take a moment to invite you." Now, the reason he's sending this out to me is because he, first off, didn't know that I could do something like that, okay? And he had another launch that he wanted me to be a part of. So this creates a kind of knowledge in the marketplace, okay? If you're using a system like what I'm teaching you, you're going to be able to get on a much higher level and retain more customers through this promotion cycle than a lot of your competitors who may have lists that are double, triple, quadruple your size, all right? And of course, then you'll have a reputation for doing quite well on these. And that's what I did from that. And then I of course helped with this second promotion, did quite well there. But you know, here's the list right here. You know, I came in 5th. And the funny thing is, I was right under Jeff Walker, right? Right under Shailene Johnson. I beat out a few people, of course, below me here. But I came in 5th, and the thing is, I came in to that promotion 3 days before it ended. 3 days before it ended. It's pretty crazy, right? Yeah? All right, all right. Okay, so, and I started doing this, of course, last year. I got 8th place in a huge launch for a promotion for traffic. I think it was, what was it? Video Genesis is what I did at that point, right? And you know, I was right around Brendan Bouchard, Jason Fladlin. The reason I'm pointing this out is because of the fact that this stuff works. And you know, I know I'm showing you my results, but this has also worked for our clients as well. In fact, here's Bozidar, and I wanted to share with you Bozidar's story for a quick second. Okay, Bozidar's story for a quick second. He was in our last session of LaunchStream, and he came to me and told me just last month. He said, "Casey, I just want to let you know that you know, I did the LaunchStream in October, and then sales doubled a month after the program, and I used your rebroadcast, and it literally brought in an additional 50% of revenue into my business that I didn't have, and it was, you know, it was from the system, it was from what I taught him, and so this was great because I could see, wow, wonderful, this stuff really does work. It's been working for me great, and it's worked for a couple of other clients. So you know, and when you guys come through, you'll see a video where Bozidar shares the story. I welcome you to watch it. But this stuff does work, and clearly, you know, you can learn how to do this system in the training and then apply it and then make some money from it. Another client who did come through LaunchStream, Diane. Now maybe you've seen Diane before. I share her story a couple times. She used LaunchStream, so she used LaunchStream essentially so she could understand Easy Webinar and understand this way of doing these broadcasts, and then she applied it in a whole new different way, which is pretty crazy. I wasn't even expecting it. She put it into a network where that network, she makes about $5,000 a month from that network. Inside that network, she streams out those events that are pre-recorded. So she'll send them out as broadcasts. And so she kind of created this concept of a, network and broadcasting them out. But the reason she was able to figure out how to do this is by going through the LaunchStream session, the LaunchStream training. So she got familiar with how to do this and how to leverage Easy Webinar in this kind of unique and creative way. Another client is Sonia Ramsey, who went through 2 sessions of LaunchStream. She actually came back for a second session, and she's had huge growth. She's actually just about to go full-time online, okay, after having had a business that was completely, a full-time career. Well, now she's instead of working for somebody else, she's going to go online full-time. So congratulations to Sonia. I'm glad. And she's using a lot of events in her business for selling a coaching program, and she brings people through on her book, right? And here are just some quotes from these folks who have come through. Fantastic session. Thank you, Casey. Love how you show up 100%. Lauren also says the same thing. In fact, Lauren said, I had an awesome one-on-one coaching with Casey. I absolutely recommend coaching with him. Casey, you were the best and you are awesome. Sorry, I'm reading what she's saying. Thank you for caring, for helping me have major breakthroughs on my most recent setback. It's huge. I am now on track to run full steam ahead. Your personal experience and deep understanding produce insights that for me were invaluable. Your business knowledge, life coaching skills, and authenticity is absolutely amazing. Okay, well, that's what Lauren is saying. I'll just quote her at the end. I feel like I won the lottery. Thank you, Lauren, so much. So these are just a few. I'm only sharing like 3 or 4 of our actual LaunchStream members. And you guys know some of the other people that have come through Easy Webinar. John Lee Dumas, of course, using Easy Webinar to do his automated webinars, made $16.5 thousand from in his first week of having it live. And of course, he said Casey is the man when it comes to this stuff. And the only reason I'm showing this is because I want you to understand that you need to see from other people what they say about the program, or they say about me, or they say about what their successes are. Jason Caruso is somebody else who did 13,000 from his first Easy Webinar, automated webinar, and he continues to make $300 to $500 a day with his automated webinars. And I teach this stuff. In week 4, we actually go in and share a little bit about Facebook, okay? And this is what he's using. He's using Facebook for his automated webinars every single day. And here are some things that popped up during the launch. David Valieres, I hope I'm pronouncing that name, said, I just want to let you know that I've made $107,000 since August using Easy Webinar. I love the software. And of course, here is my designer who made literally $2,000 only a few days ago. And only a few days ago, Brad sent this in. Wow, got Easy Webinar on Sunday, watched the tutorials, set up my first webinar for today, and boom, $1,579 in sales for a 1-hour Webby. Easy to set up, great functionality, had no issue. Thanks for your quick response. So I'm only sharing this with you because this is what our customers have had to say. We are on top of our customer service, and LaunchStream is a nurtured community that has and goes even beyond that, okay? And I don't have to sell you into Easy Webinar. You guys already get it. That's not the point of this. The point is to show you that, we care about the customer. So if you're ready, this is what week 1 is going to be about. We're going to be talking about the live event training, okay? This is probably one of the biggest training weeks we have, which starts on Monday. We'll talk about what type of registration pages convert the best, should you have a promo video or not, and how to create one. How to create a high converting sales event webinar for maximum profits. What should all of the event funnel pages have on it to optimize the attendance and lead generation? That's week 1. Week 2 is all about rebroadcasting to double sales and attendance right away. And you might be having the question, we're going to talk about this. Should you do a rebroadcast live? Should you do a rebroadcast pre-recorded? How to keep engagement but do less work with the rebroadcast. Setting up settings for structuring a high converting rebroadcast. How to simply set up all the technical levels in a rebroadcast, and the difference between a replay and a rebroadcast and the offer. Okay, week 3, the most profitable point of an event life cycle, okay, which is the replay. This is what we're going to talk about. How to set up a limited event replay. You guys can still hear me, right? How to structure your offer for the replay to maximize sales. How to technically go from broadcast to replay and the difference between the two. And finally, week 4, which is a big week as well. Okay, this is probably the biggest week. We will show you how to go from live to automated and the complete setup to maximize profits. Plus, we'll discuss one of the most profitable and highly engaged funnels from going from automated to live, okay? This is the hybrid event. So we'll be going in and talking a little bit about the hybrid events. So you guys can get a little insight into that. Finally, we will be talking automated traffic by creating and tracking your traffic ads from Facebook ads and YouTube ads. Okay, the name of the game here is to measure the conversions, and this is what we do this week, okay? We will literally go in, and I'm gonna share with you some Facebook stuff so you guys can actually start getting automated traffic into your events. This is what's called scalability, people, right? This is the whole point of automated events, the scalability element of it. Okay, so you might be wondering, how is this course and training structured? How is this course and training structured? Well, here's how it's structured. Every week, there's going to be 2 live sessions, okay? As I just pointed out, it's going to be 2 live sessions, Monday and Fridays normally. And they're going to be literally sessions that are going to look like this. They're going to be you and me right into in the event itself. You're going to be coming in with me and we're going to be talking. Now, we can only have up to 10 people in the live room, but everybody else will be watching from a page where they can communicate, but they can also request to come into the room, okay? You're going to be doing this from Easy Webinar. I'm going to use Easy Webinar as the product that filters the training, okay? Just so you're aware. Now you're going to be able to see it from here, but you're also going to be able to go into LaunchStream, the membership area, and get it there as well, okay? Okay, so as I said, one training will be the core training. The other session will be the Q&A session. And again, as I mentioned, all of this stuff is going to be housed in LaunchStream, the membership area. Okay, let me just adjust my mic, sorry. All of this is found in LaunchStream, the members area, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna show you what the LaunchStream members area looks like in a bit here, but before I jump into that, let's talk about what you get. Let's talk about what you get as bonuses when you come through, okay? Let's talk about what you get as bonuses when you come through. All right, hold on one second. All of this is found. Yeah, I'm just listening just to see that my volume sounds okay. Now, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, it's a little pinchy, but that's fine. Okay, so bonus number 1. This is valued at $1,997, and it is 2 additional archive sessions with over 32 hours of video of LaunchStream, okay? These are 32 hours of previous LaunchStream sessions valued at $1,997. You get immediate access when you come through into LaunchStream. Immediate access, okay? That's immediate access when you come into LaunchStream. Okay, you also get, let me share with you some other bonuses that are very cool. And these are huge bonuses, by the way. Bonuses 2 through 4, they're valued at $1,800. The very first bonus is that I'm going to be bringing in a mystery guest who has literally done millions of dollars worth of webinars. He's going to be coming in. He's going to share his story with us, how he does it. His last webinar did $3 million, okay? And he's agreed to join us and do a live training session, okay? This is valued at $997. Now, another bonus is that you're going to be able to get 1 free rehearsal session for your live events from our Producer's Corner. You guys know that we have a Producer's Corner, which is a done-for-you service. And what we'll do is we'll have our producer come in and he'll help you run a live event, okay? 1 free rehearsal session so that you can get a little brought up to speed on how it works, all right? So once you come in, we're going to have you schedule that rehearsal session to do a live event. If you don't have it ready to go, it's okay. You can do it at any time, all right? And finally, bonus number 4, the big bonus number 4 here, which is really great. This is an incredible bonus. You get full access to online broadcasts, that members area, okay? And this is free lifetime access to online broadcast program, which teaches you how to broadcast like a superhero. We teach you how to use Google Hangouts and YouTube Live for presenting. Just like how I'm doing right now, this is what online broadcast is all about. You also learn presentation skills for live streaming with ease. Now, this sells. If you go to onlinebroadcast.com, this sells for $500. But it's yours for free when you come in to LaunchStream. And finally, bonus number 5 is that you get a free ticket for you and a guest to our live LaunchStream event, okay? This is LaunchStream Live, and this is going to be happening in 2015. We're going to probably be doing this in the spring of 2015, right? In Los Angeles. Now, this is going to give you an opportunity to work personally with me and other people in a live session. And, you know, it's just hugely powerful. You know, when you go to these, you get to meet other like-minded people, other people that might be in the course with you, but also at the same time, we get to work one-on-one. No one's going anywhere. We lock you in the room and we knock it out. And you know, this is one-on-one in-person training, which is powerful stuff. So you get a free ticket to that, you and a guest. So if you have a VA or a business partner, your business partner can join you. Another thing I'll say right now is that if you have a business partner and or a VA, they can join you in this program for no additional cost. They can join you in this program for no additional cost. Okay? Make sense? Yeah? Okay. Now, the full package is worth over $6,790. $6,790, but yours for free when you come through now. So if you are ready to take advantage of those bonuses, plus if you have a VA or a business partner and you want them to come on through for no additional cost, there should be a Get Access Now button directly below. And right now, till Monday, we are recruiting new enrollees, okay? Now, if you don't see that button there, right below the image of me below, where it has the description, there's an event description with a link right to the page itself as well, okay? Right to the page itself as well, so if you don't see that. Now, these coaching slots are limited and only available for the next few days. In fact, we are capping this at 100 students, and the thing is, we already have we have quite a few already in the program itself. So you're probably going to be talking about way less than that available of slots to come on in. But right now is the time to come on in till Monday, and that's when we're going to cut the program. Again, you have to remember, this is a coaching program, and I generally charge $700 an hour for my personal one-on-one coaching students. But with this course, you get me and our like-minded community for the next 4 weeks, one-on-one, group coaching style. Okay? Group coaching style. So for those who are already in the coaching program, I love you. You guys are going to love this. It's going to rock. You guys are going to just gain a lot. Everybody who's gone through this has started to make money. They've started to apply these strategies in their business. Sonia Ramsey is now going full-time. Bozidar doubled his income from the rebroadcast. This is happening. This is actually happening. So if you're ready, what you can do right now is come on through and join us in LaunchStream for 50% off right now. 50% off. Now till Monday for only $997. Okay? Oftentimes, what happens for our customers or those who come through, our students, coaching students, they make their money back. They make their money back within their first event. Okay? That's the point of this, is that if you have a product you're selling or you're promoting other people's products, you should be able to make your money back within your first event. Now, that's what our results have been for a lot of our customers and a lot of, and for me personally. And if I have anybody here who's been in LaunchStream and you guys want to come in to talk a bit to the folks here today, I'd love that. That would be great, because I want it really transparent. What it did, how it affected you, what you're able to do, and things like that. So again, now till Monday, only $997. After that time, we're closing the enrollment. I can't guarantee you can get $997, especially with that bonus package of almost $7,000. I can't guarantee that you're going to get that. Okay, so if you're ready, click the Get Access Now to come on through to the page. And once you're on that page, you can see a video. You can see some of the testimonial videos on there, Bozadar's video. And then you'll see a link that brings you right into the checkout page. Once you come through, you can register, sign up, and then I will be setting you up with a members area or a members login to LaunchStream, the members area. Now, we're going to be doing this manually. Okay, so give me about, well, all you have to do is give us 24 hours. We can knock it out and get you into the LaunchStream members area. And then, of course, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. So that is that. Are there any questions? Go ahead and start putting your questions in the question box. If you are someone who has come through LaunchStream and you want to mention anything, please do. I would love to, love to have you come on through. And it looks like Lauren is here. Actually, she said this is awesome training that will move you forward fast. And Lauren was, of course, someone who has come through LaunchStream. And if Lauren, if you want to come on in, I can totally bring you in. Just let me know. I'll pass you the link to join me in the room. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention something. I have good news. We are offering up a split pay option. Okay. So if you can't handle the $997, and again, here's the thing. I really only want people that can afford this stuff. Okay. I don't want you having to wrench out your last dime for it. I want you and because otherwise you're just going to focus so much on that it's not going to be beneficial at all. That's just generally what happens. Don't use this as an act of desperation, like I need to make money because I can't make any money. But if you've never made money online, but you have money in the bank, this is going to be a good program for you to come through into. Okay. If you see the value of $1, you see the value of a coaching program, this is a time to come through. But if you can't do the $997, we have a split pay option where you can pay now, and then 24 days from now you can pay again. And please realize that we do have a full money back guarantee. Okay, if after the first session you feel this coaching and boot camp isn't right for you, request your money back, no questions asked. And please note, you have up until the second main training session to ask for a refund. That means that you could you could join us for the first week of LaunchStream without getting a refund. Or I'm sorry, you can watch the first week session of LaunchStream, join us, participate, but still request a refund on the second week if you are just not into it. You can't make it. You feel like it's just not working. But I don't want you to just do it because you just want to try to get everything out of it. But I'm not into scammers, but I'm assuming that's not you. But we want to make this pretty simple for you. So if it's not working for you, and you don't want to learn about the rebroadcast and the replay and the evergreen stuff, which is really a strong bit of meat there, then you can request your money back after that first week is over. Okay. All right. So if you are ready to come on through, you can either do one of two things. You can click the link below. Or go to easywebinar.com/LS now. That's easywebinar.com/LS now. Okay. So I'm going to now pull myself away from the slide, okay, and start looking at some questions. Now, let me just go through some of these questions that I'm seeing here pop up. Now, I'm going to go back a little, right, and just see if there are any important questions that I want to cover. So let me see. Okay, 1 and 2. Yep. All right. Look at Gemma's questions. So Gemma, I think is a part of our is actually already in the program already. She is speaking and story coach, message mentor. I really love that. Story Basket Network. That's what she does, and she's already enrolled in the program. So That's great. So she's putting down what her business is already. Perfect. And that's what I'm going to really need, because the more I know about your business when we're going through our our training here, the better. Because now I'll say, okay, this is your business. This is this is how we're going to structure the course, based on what your business is. Okay, Laura. All right, let me keep going here. Tara said, strategery, LOL, good one. All right. Let's keep going. Christopher. All right. Tammy. Good. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of people that just responded saying, yes, I can hear you, or great, this is awesome. Can I be able to see your video after? Okay, so someone missed this. Yes. So this is going to be available as a replay until Monday, because we're gonna close it down at that point. Okay, just so everybody knows. And Sharon, I think I showed that to you, right? The 4 steps of the event launch blueprint. Did you come late? That's what I suggest, and I think you saw it. That's what we teach. I teach you about the 4 steps, the 4 different types of events that will quadruple your sales. That's what we teach. Okay, someone is asking, Sebastian said, what about using the webinars for co-creating learning products, e-courses, rather than selling? Sorry for insisting on this. No, it's fine. Yes, I mean, you can use webinars for co-creating learning products, e-courses. Absolutely. I do this all the time, and that's what I mentioned. A boot camp is the same thing. It's like a e-course where you're teaching. I could be teaching you guys weekly sessions like I'm doing now, and this could be just content that you're purely providing to members that have already paid you. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I don't see a lot of questions directly about the program. Let me see if there's any more down here. Why don't you have colors on your walls? Can you patch together live events for reuse? I don't know why I don't have colors on my walls. These are funny questions. All great ideas, Casey. Live event, maybe immediate replay. Great. Okay. So awesome. All right. So let's go in. Okay. So here's a good question from Gerard. Would this be useful if you have no products to sell at this point? This is useful if you have other people's products to sell. This is useful if you have an idea for a product to sell. This is useful if you want to sell a coaching program that isn't created yet, that you could make money from before you even create it, like I have done several times before. That's when this is useful. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share me back again, right? Oh, I do have another question here. It looks like. Oh, this is Lisa from Interstate Coaching. I use Google Hangouts exclusively to launch the program. She does Jeff Walker style. I actually enrolled 23 participants at $1K a piece without email, advertising, or any except Google Hangouts. The part that interests me is both my live 4-part Hangout event and the replay broadcast that I can do with Easy Webinar. I'm wondering if you do. Oh, okay. She's asking about one-on-one consulting. She wasn't sure if she needed to do the whole program. Not sure if that's something you do. I have my entire live event planned already, doing with my sales page, already along with my sales page. Here's a link to my previous launch Hangout so you can get an idea of what I'm up to. I'll take a look at it, Lisa, absolutely. And just so you're aware, the rebroadcast concept, it's just not something you can do with just Hangouts alone. Obviously, the nice thing about Easy Webinar is that you can do this is what I teach. A rebroadcast can be you doing another live session, or it can be already pre-recorded. And the nice thing about Easy Webinar is that it streams it out in real time, of course. So you have that opportunity. But if you make a mistake on your first event, you can always do a rebroadcast as a live event again. Hope that makes sense. Just drinking a little of my bulletproof coffee. 1 second, let me see if I have any more questions coming through. Sebastian, I don't know if I'm going to be offering LaunchStream in April. That is my wife's birthday. That's our travel month. So I'm not sure if it's going to be offered at that time. But if you did come through now, you could access all of the archive sessions. All these sessions will be archived in there as well. So you could get all that information when you do come through. But I don't think I'm going to be doing it in April. That is my wife's birthday, and I owe her because I've been spending a lot of time during my launch not spending time with her, so that I have to allocate that month for her, literally the whole month. So hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to open up my screen now, bring myself, and if anybody who is a LaunchStream member wants to show up, more than welcome to come. Let me now come on through and share me back on. Hello, hello. Sorry, can you guys hear me okay? Is this mic picking me up okay? Ba-da-ba, I'm back. Okay, let me just go into here and click back through there. Okay, great. So again, as I said, if there are any particular questions that you have on LaunchStream, what it is, how it works, how it can, benefit you, obviously go ahead and start coming on through and commenting. I am going to stay on for another 5 minutes before heading out, I think. So if you are having any particular questions, I mean, I'll stick around. I allocated 2 hours for this, so I allocated till 4. But if I don't have that many questions, I will probably close it early. So yes. Megan is saying, can we set up the funnel without the live webinar first? That's a great question, Megan, and absolutely you can. You don't need to use live events right away. In fact, as I said, many of our customers use Easy Webinar and use this launch system to do automated events right away. They don't do the live events. They just use it for the video events, okay, to do the video events that are streamed in real time. So you don't have to use that. That's exactly right. So that's a great question, Megan. Thank you so much for that question. Now, I know that there are other people that had questions. Anne, thank you. She said, happy birthday to your wife and have lots of fun in April. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good time. Okay, so Amanda is saying, Casey, that's an interesting thing about the what Amanda said. I'll read what Amanda said because I think it's interesting, and I want to be completely transparent with what comments people ask. So Amanda said, Casey, that is very stupid advice about price. People need to price their products based on their value. There's a lot of very expensive crap out there. And I'm glad that you said this because I need someone to say that. Because here's the thing. If you're going to be selling on a webinar and first off, if your product is not, if it's not a coaching, if it is low quality, low value, why do a webinar at all? So Amanda, that's my question to you. Why do a webinar at all if you have a crappy product? To me, the only people that should be doing this webinar stuff are the people that have quality products that sell those quality products at $297 or more. Now, automated webinars, yes, a good scale, a good rule of thumb is selling, a product at say $97. That's absolutely fine. But when we're talking about a product that is a higher quality than that, $297 to $997 to $2,997. Okay, that's what I suggest. And I'm sorry that it's stupid advice for me to say that, but you have to understand something that I'm not of the mindset that someone's gonna do that and sell a crappy product. I've never created a crappy product. I've never created a crappy training session. So you have to start valuing yourself. I think that's where it is. And that's what I had to figure out on my own, that I could sell my products and services at a certain price, but I had to find the value in myself, because otherwise you wouldn't value it. I have to value it first and know the value based on the training, and then you can value it. The very fact that you're even saying this tells me that you don't value your own product and services. I hate to say that, but that's what that tells me, that you do not value your own product and services. You have to value your own stuff in order to sell it, and you have to find the good value proposition. It has to be successful for people. And so if you're selling a product that hasn't been tested for you by yourself or by customers that are already going through it, then you have no reason to sell it and no reason to get on a webinar to sell it. I'm sorry to be harsh, but unfortunately that's what you've asked me to respond with. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me see. We have some other questions here. What kind of tutorials come with purchase of Easy Webinar? Well, the tutorials that come with the purchase of Easy Webinar are Easy Webinar tutorials. How to use Easy Webinar, how to do all sorts of stuff with Easy Webinar, how to set up a Facebook ID on there, and all sorts of stuff. This training, the LaunchStream training, is all about coaching, okay? This is a coaching. This is a high-end group coaching, one-on-one. I work with you one-on-one, okay? And we get to the heart of what you need in your business, because either you're succeeding or you're failing, or maybe you're just not, and that could mean that you're just not meeting your mark. You're almost there. Well, we're going to talk to you, and we're going to work with you, stay accountable with you, so that you can get to that point. All right, that's what this LaunchStream session is all about. Okay, it's coaching. And if you've never done a coaching, then you probably wouldn't get it. If this is your first time coming online, then you still probably don't get it. You probably don't see the value because you don't understand the value. You don't know that you can actually make, high six figures in this business, okay? When I first started out, my first year of doing webinars, I made $297,000 my first year of doing webinars, okay? I can show you screenshots coming out of my Yazoo if you needed to see it. But the whole point of this is that if you don't realize that it's something that you can do yourself, then you shouldn't be at this training at all. You shouldn't have Easy Webinar at all, because that means your mindset isn't there. You don't see it. You can't figure it out. I get it. I was there too at one point. I saw, though, I was like so skeptical. I was like, no possible way that someone could be doing this online. They could be selling this stuff. Coaching, what does that mean? No, you mean I coach someone and they pay me? No, I don't value myself enough to do that. That doesn't make sense to me. All right, well, what is a lawyer? What is a doctor? These are experts that get paid for their service, okay? What are you? Think about that. What is your business? What is your story? What are you? If you can figure that out, then you can realize that you, as someone who has a gift, can sell that expertise. And if you don't realize that, you shouldn't be on this call at all. I'm so sorry, you shouldn't be here at all. I want you to realize that you have a gift, you have something to sell, and it really takes mindset first, okay? And if you're not in the right mindset, you're just gonna fail, and you're not gonna succeed. Failing is fine, but you have to eventually fail enough to where you start seeing progress. I've failed tons of times. I mean, I'm looking at my hair right now and it's failing itself. Gosh, it's all high up and everything. So just realize that you're gonna fail, and you just have to bounce back and get back on the horse and continue on. And this program is there to help you buffer against that. All right, let me see here. Dominique is saying, do you do your 4-part launch videos in Easy Webinar? What was the template or special setup? No, those were just using OP2, but I could do that. I could set those up in using Easy Webinar as well, Dominic. Do you have an idea as to when the early spring event will be, i.e. end of March? We're probably going to be talking about either March, or we're going to be talking about, I might have to push it to late April to May, okay, right at the end of April, so I don't cut off my wife's birthday. But we come back, and then boom, we have our LaunchStream training. And right now we're getting the venue together, and we're getting that set up. I'm going to be bringing in extra people. Chris Farrell is probably going to be coming in. He's going to be talking about what he's doing with events, and there's going to be some good opportunities there. Okay, let me just get some more questions here. Lisa. Thanks, Casey. I'd love to ask you a few more questions, but don't want to take up your time here. If you're available to chat, hangout style for 5 minutes. I'm in the San Francisco area. Great. I'm also in the Pacific PST time zone. So absolutely, Lisa, we'll talk. Thanks for a lot of such an honest answer. I'd like to take advantage of the live session. So awesome. And Sebastian is saying online broadcast is a really awesome course. Happy birthday to your wife. So guys, that's right. You get online broadcasts in this program. Online broadcast, by the way, let me repeat that, sells for $497 full price, all right? But you get online broadcast included into all the other bonuses that I mentioned when you come through and become a LaunchStream member, okay? So just be aware of that. Okay, using the webinar process for cold traffic, should one still have an intro funnel, a low-end product funnel before getting into the 297? I'm glad that you said that, Sharon. Yes, absolutely. Remember I said, if you're doing an automated webinar, my suggestion for an automated webinar is to look at more of an entry point of, say, $97. That's more appropriate for an automated webinar. For live webinars, you can go higher. But for automated webinar, I would go for $97. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I just want you to value your time and your energy. I just want you to put that value on there. But yes, for an automated funnel, I would suggest starting with a lower price point. But here's the thing. I've done it at a higher price point, still profits. Okay, you still profit from it. Even though you might not be staggering the funnel from 97 into higher points, you still get people to the event. They think about it, and then they come through later on, okay? So even if you don't get someone in that 97 at first, you know, it's kind of reverse engineering the funnel. By having a higher price point on your funnel, people still eventually come in. Just be aware of that. It doesn't always have to be the tripwire thing that, you know, a lot of marketers sell. You can go right to a high-end product and boom, you should be good to go. But for an automated webinar, yes, because it's not the same level of engagement that you know, normally you're going to want to do maybe a lower price point. With Easy Webinar, though, the cool thing is that we stream out the events in real time. So most of the time, people are asking questions. They feel it's live. You know, I don't trick them, but they really do feel like the broadcasts are happening in real time. So oftentimes, we still even get sales from those moments and from those broadcasts. Okay, cool. Let me see what else we have here. What is online broadcast? What does it do? So online broadcast, Leon, is my program. It's my membership program that teaches you all about how to use Google Hangouts and YouTube Live for live streaming. Okay, so essentially it turns you into a broadcast hero. All right, it teaches you how to broadcast like a superhero. Okay, we teach you about presenting tools. You learn all sorts of stuff. Now it's included with LaunchStream. It's included with the LaunchStream group coaching, but sells by itself for $497. You can go to online broadcasts. There's an S at the end, .com, and you can learn a bit more about it if you wanted to do that. Okay. So here we have. Awesome. Thank you, Sebastian, so much. He said, "Man, you do the best pitch I've ever seen about coaching." I'm not really pitching. I'm just essentially telling what it is. I just teach this stuff as it is. I mean, it really is, you know, it's pure authenticity. That's really what it is. I get frustrated when people ask a question like, you know, what you said about price is stupid. That annoys me because it doesn't make any sense. That means you're just devaluing yourself if you're saying that you don't want to position your price point at a higher price. That doesn't make any sense. How are you going to, first off, ever make any money online, ever sell your product and services? It's just not fully thinking things through. It's just, you know, I want you to start getting out of the scarcity mindset, because that scarcity mindset is going to keep you down here instead of bring you up here. It's just really true. So I just teach with utter authenticity. Okay, Casey. David is saying, Casey, could you say again what you mentioned about a business partner or VA participating with you? Was that just for the live event or for the 4-week launch stream? David, that's actually for the 4 weeks. You can bring in your business partner. You can bring in your virtual assistant, and they can join you in a program with us for the 4 weeks. So just be aware of that. That you can bring them on in. Bring them on in. I welcome that. And they can come, of course, to the live event, because that's you and an extra ticket, right? So it's for both. That's a great question, David. Absolutely great question. Here's the thing. So Anne says that she might not be able to make the session as it starts on Monday. So if you can't make it on Monday, then I might be giving an opportunity for people to come back through. You'd have to get it now. Even if you don't make the Monday session, or you can't make the Monday or Friday sessions, not to worry, everything's going to be archived. But you would have to come through now to lock in your slot. Yeah, you'd have to either pay full price or the split pay price now to at least lock in your spot, at least lock in the program, get into the members area, and start claiming those near to $7,000 bonuses. No problem. Thank you, David, so much. Okay, Sharon says, I will be doing the LaunchStream coaching. My challenge, thank you, Sharon, that's great. I'm glad you're in. My challenge will be that I'm at the final stage of producing a fabulous valuable for my client product funnel, going from $7 intro to $97 to $297 to $497. Okay, that's totally fine. I mean, that is a tripwire, right? I do not really want to be distracted, but do not want to miss the opportunity of LaunchStream, which is more intuitive for a marketing funnel to me than the 4 video styles. Should I finish my product first, then do the replays of LaunchStream? Here's the thing: so you're already in the final stages of doing your funnel. Create your funnel. Are you planning on doing an event at the end of your funnel? Like the $7, that's not. Are you selling a webinar? Are you selling a product for $7 on a webinar, or are you selling that first as a lead magnet from Facebook or wherever, and then jumping into, say, your first webinar for $97? If that's the case, then it's hard for me to say, because people like Rick Mulready and some other people who've gone through this process, they get the fact that yeah, you sell on the automated, but if you're going to be doing any live stuff, a rebroadcast can generally speaking, double your money on a rebroadcast. So I just want you to at least have the clarity and the knowledge of it. It's okay that you set up your funnel now and you go and focus on that. But at the very least, by coming through now, you get locked in, so you understand how to do all those steps, how to do the rebroadcast, when to do the rebroadcast, how, should it be live, should it be automated, when to send the mail out, how to send it out, who to send it to. All these things we talk about so that you can maximize your profit. And I think it's really important to understand, because that could be an extra additional bit of sales that you just didn't even see, because you were thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to do a live. But have you ever seen people doing these encore presentations? You probably have, where they do an event, they're like, hey, we're going to do another one tonight, the next day. Well, with Easy Webinar, you can do all that, but there's really a structure to how to set it up properly and how to do it. Okay, so we have more questions. So to answer your question, Sharon, I think you should do what you feel best, but at the very least, yes, you should definitely come into the course so you can learn this stuff. If you don't have time now, you can go always back to the training and get really super familiar with it. Yeah. And Gary is saying, hey, do you teach how to set up a YouTube and Google Plus broadcast like the one you're doing now in the online broadcast training? And the answer is yes. Yes, I teach you exactly what I'm doing right here, right? Teach you all about this stuff, okay? I also teach you how to do Wirecast and YouTube Live and to do the hybrid event, right? Flow from one to the other, from a video to me, in person. So to answer your question, absolutely we do. And that's what you get with LaunchStream. Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate it. He said that's exactly the point. You show authenticity. That's why it's really inspiring. Thanks, man. No, Joanne is asking if today's presentation was a bonus we get for buying Easy Webinar. It wasn't one of the bonuses we listed. Those bonuses are available to you anytime. That's the what was it? It was a $2,000 bonus package, right? No, that's available to you anytime. This was essentially more training on the 4 steps of the Event Launch Blueprint. Also, it's an orientation for those who are in my coaching program this month. It's a paid session. This is not bonus. This is paid. Okay, this is coaching. This is group coaching. It's premium. So that's what this is about. Now, I did show you the 4 steps: the live event, rebroadcast, replay, and automated events. Which, now that you have at least the knowledge of it, you can attempt to do it yourself. But chances are you just won't know how exactly to do it. And coming in, you get a blueprint for it all within the LaunchStream coaching program. Hope that makes sense, Joanne. Okay, none of the products are webinars at this stage. Okay, Sharon. Well, I think that definitely being in the course will give you a different perspective of it, so that you can see it as another selling option. I've just never had any success with selling products, especially at $297 or $497, that aren't on a webinar. That's just my own personal stuff. I've just never been able to do it. The webinars were the way to sell for me personally. Now, you may have a different experience, but it's just, for me, that the webinars are that opportunity to present and to teach and to build a rapport with your audience that a sales video just doesn't do. Now, my pre-launch videos do a little bit of that, absolutely, and if you have videos that are that in-depth, where you really care that much about your students, and it sounds like you do based on what you said, that's really nurturing, you probably do some sales. But I just noticed that when I take that, couple it with a webinar, you just do so much more. You do so much more, because now they can come back, they can watch those valuable videos, but that they can ask you questions in real time, and that has just in that higher level of engagement that you just can't get with a video. Okay, Ken. Unfortunately, Ken is asking, is there any place I can learn some of this without having to pay for LaunchStream? Unfortunately, Ken, to get the really to get the real deep strategy stuff, you got to join LaunchStream. However, going into my my pre-launch videos, I teach some of this stuff. I teach how to do a live event and pre-recorded event, the automated event. So I teach a little bit of it, but the program itself goes into detailed into a lot of depth. We go into a lot of depth on when to do what, where, when, and how. Okay, and we work personally one-on-one with you, so it's a little bit different in terms of just going straight to those pre-launch videos to learn about those. Awesome. Okay, Leon, so what would really help is to know how I can do number 4 of your blueprint and have the video be available at any time that someone clicks on the link, 24/7. Have multiple people able to watch at whatever time they click. Well, Leon, that's what Easy Webinar does. So if you have Easy Webinar, that's already what it does. This is a strategy system. This is, I teach when to do it, how to do it, how to take that in a full promotion cycle. That's an automated webinar, and that's what Easy Webinar can do. It can broadcast events in your attendees' time zone in real time, automatically, 24/7. So that's what it does. So Easy Webinar is the software. This kind of goes beyond that, just what the software can do. Okay. Yes, Jason, there is going to be a replay of this because obviously this session is only available. The LaunchStream enrollment ends on Monday, so you're going to want to come in before it ends on Monday. Yeah, okay. I think we're good then. All right. Well, I think that's it. Well, there was one question from a Steffiana. Steffiana, this is separate from your program with Barry Plasko, just so you're aware. Someone is coming in from a program that is with Barry Plasko. This is not that. This is something separate. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Again, if you should still see the button underneath, I'm just looking over here, you should still see the Get Access Now button. By clicking on that, that will take you to LaunchStream's page, where you can then go and learn a bit more about the 4 steps. You can talk, or not talk, but you can look at some of the testimonial videos, case study videos from people who've taken the course, and get a bit more of an idea of how it works. And again, I would definitely suggest you coming through if this is something that you want to apply in your own business. It's time. The time is now. And this is, of course, premium training, group coaching that we spend time with in February. So I'm really excited. And again, as I said, you don't have to join us for every session. Even if you only make one session, it's totally fine. Everything is archived. Plus you get 32 hours, as I mentioned, 32 hours of previous online broadcast sessions when you do come through. So, all right, well, I just want to say thanks again. We have a good portion of people still here, but I'm going to end this. This is going to be an earlier night than usual. Normally I do 4.5-hour sessions. My voice can't handle that right now, and I'm sure you can't handle it either. So thanks again, everybody. Come on through. This will not redirect at the end when I stop the broadcast. I've disabled that, so you should be just staying on the page. What may happen is you could refresh the page and we'll start from the beginning again, because it's going to still stream out for another 1.5 hours. So you can actually stay on the page, refresh the page, and it should go back to the beginning, and you can watch it again if you missed it right now. Okay? So thank you to all who were here. Thank you for participating. You guys are brilliant and amazing people with brilliant and amazing products and services and careers and passions, and I'm excited to share those with you. And sorry, there's a few additional questions that did come up. Forgive me for the confusion. I am keen to use LaunchStream and to assist me and set up the marketing side of my launch using webinars. My products are traditional membership training. I could certainly add some webinars for more value. Yes, that's exactly right, Sharon. At the very least, you're going to learn a whole different a system that you can apply to the system that you're using now to increase your profits, like way more. The webinars are that. It's that for sure. So hope that makes sense. And Jason is saying, is this different from online broadcast? Yes, Jason, this is not online broadcast. This gets you online broadcast, but this is group coaching, LaunchStream. We work on the 4 steps of the event launch blueprint. I teach you every single week different strategies for using webinars to launch your product. Some of you may be coming late, and so you missed some of the presentation. I suggest that you watch from the beginning, and you'll get an idea of how this works. This is not online broadcast. This is LaunchStream. This is group coaching. Online broadcast is just pre-recorded video training, okay? This is group coaching plus pre-recorded video, all right? Live training that's happening in February. Live, me and you working together. Live training. That's the difference. Cool. All right, Gary, thank you so much. Thank you, Casey Zeman. Of course, thank you guys. All right, I'm going to end this broadcast. And again, feel free to stay on and watch the event. Refresh the page, and you can watch from the beginning again. And virtual high five. Thanks again, and thank you for dealing with this big, weird goiter mic that I have right set below me. Looks like I still have time. That's good. My mic pack is still working, so good stuff all around. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go get some food, and I advise you to do the same. And come on through if you're not already a member of LaunchStream. And thanks for being a member of Easy Webinar. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.